Hello everybody, we're the Geeks and the Giants. I am Enzo, this is my forever co-host Jump. Today we talk about Too Fast, Too Furious. In, again, anticipation for the F1 movie with Brad Pitt, because I can't think of any other car franchise this
I
expensive.
mean, hey, the next season, the newest season of Drive to Survive just came out today, so I guess,
Sure, we can do that, why not?
yeah,
But yeah, um, another day with uh, Vin Diesel-less Fast and Furious. I forget he exits the franchise for a bit and comes back in like maybe Tokyo Drift or 5.
yeah. The end of Tokyo Drift, like he's gone for like 2 movies,
Yeah.
so that's why I'm very shocked that like before Brian or uh, sorry, what's his name again?
Paul Walker?
Paul Walker. There you go. Before Paul Walker died, Paul Walker's been in more Fast and Furious movies than Vin Diesel.
Right?
Hey, y'all know that.
Yeah.
So I was like, y'all encompassing that Vin Diesel's the face of Fast and Furious. I was like, nah, it's Paul Walker.
Yeah,
But anyway,
for a while in the 2000s, it was Paul Walker, and then became that one Lucas Black for Tokyo Drift, and then became Vin Diesel again. You're like, oh, I kind of.
I would say Han, or sorry, Sun Kang was like the face of.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brian O'Connor's back as this racer who is dragged back to being a policeman to investigate this drug cartel in Florida, I believe. And this is also the movie that brings back, or not brings back, but introduces Tyrese Gibson as Roman. It's funny to see how he began and where he is now, where he's the bumbling idiot.
He's far from what his character is now.
Yeah.
Because like in the later movies, he's the comic relief, but here he was this like hard-boiled dude who used to hang around Paul Walker's character a lot, and I'm just like, and they're both kind of like can handle business. There's no quippings of jokes except for like Ejecto Siroka,
Yeah.
you know.
That's about it. They also have Eva Mendes. I forgot what other movie she's from. I all know her is from
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, and I was supposed to say Place
Okay.
Beyond the Pines, which is the farthest thing from these movies that you can ever watch. Yeah, you haven't heard of it. But anyway.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I have. Yeah, that's the one with Ryan Gosling. I watched that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're working or undercover for this drug cartel because the FBI can't figure out how he does his business. And I'm like, why would you hire people like them though? But okay.
Exactly, and like, and like you're like, hey, you're going with one of our agents, and it's like he kind of tests, and it's like, hey, can you tell me about this part of the car that like, so I know you know? And it's like, yeah, I know. He's like, nah, that doesn't exist. And I was like, well, shit, I look like an idiot. The entire time, the guys who put him up to the job is just like stopping him.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we're going to drive to like what do you call it? Like it's like an interview or like a screening
Yeah.
for the job, or sorry, audition to see who's the better driver.
Yeah.
And then main FBI guys are like, what the fuck? You didn't tell me that there was going to be this thing. And I was like, that's why I tried to arrest you guys. I'm like, dude, we're doing the job you told us to do.
Right?
Fuck you, me. I want to strangle that character so bad. I was like,
Yeah, when he
you
interrupts.
do this.
Yeah, when he interrupts both Roman and Brian from stealing whatever they had to steal, the cigar they had to steal in the car, I was like, why aren't you guys communicating? I thought this was a joint covert operation. Why the fuck are you firing back at them? And then Roman starts shooting back. I'm like, well, he doesn't get the memo, but he's Roman. The FBI guy is in charge of this operation. So what the fuck?
Yeah, and then they're like, why are you guys running? I was like, we're trying to make it believable, you idiot.
Right? And like, this bad guy's not the most memorable of bad guys. He's just there to like fill in the role of antagonist. And you're like, okay.
Yeah. I don't even remember his name.
Yeah. He speaks. He has a cool voice, and that's about it. I'm like, and when he's like, I'll see you again, I was like, is he in the other ones? I can't remember for the life of me. No?
Nope. Yeah, unless they pull off like a whole Mission Impossible where I am the one responsible for all your endeavors. All the bad guys that came across you worked for me. And I'm like, okay.
Or like how Jason Momoa was in Fast 5, and so was Jack Reacher's actor. I'm like, sure you were. You don't remember that? when they were like,
He was not in Fast 5. That was Fast 6.
yeah. And
Yeah.
he's like, I was there all this time. I'm like, no, you weren't. You're just saying that because you're trying to retcon. This is already incoherent lore of the Fast
Yeah.
Furious. But yeah, I kind of like the chemistry between Paul and Eva Mendes.
Eva Mendes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not gonna lie. Never trying that stunt that he pulled where he's like looking at her while she's like he's speeding. He was like, "You're not looking." And he's playing chicken. I was like, "Nope, I ain't doing that shit."
Yeah.
But yeah.
Also forgot to mention this is where they introduced Ludacris into the franchise too.
Yeah.
His character is pretty consistent throughout the entire franchise, unlike Roman's, which is surprising.
I just never knew he was a computer whiz that time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I didn't know this guy who organizes races is also a major tech nerd that can hack an entire country, because why not?
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever you say. But yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so they kind of already like have the entire plan going. They they won the other dude's cars from them.
Yeah.
Because they knew that the cars that they had are being tracked by the FBI and the cartel as well.
Yeah.
So they didn't want that shit.
Yeah, they don't want to be on the leash of the FBI forever. So they stage this whole thing where they're found the drug lord, but actually they plan to switch cars by the end. And like, I'd love the scene when it's like the whole herd of cars comes out and the guy's like, yeah, that's definitely them. And then out comes Ludacris and Devon Aoki. And he's like,
Yeah.
where the fuck are they? And you see them rolling with the other gang members, and that's when we get the James Bond ejection seat. Like, I don't never explain.
Shit's so fucking funny. You gotta love doing that when like you're in like GTA 5.
Yeah, they never explain why Paul's didn't work when he's like trying to make it work, and the guy's like, "What the fuck is that?" I'm surprised the guy's not like, "Is that a bomb?"
Yeah, you gotta love how he was like, I like. Boss told me to bring you here to kill you, and he's like, "All right, click, click." He's like, "What's that? Answer me first. I'm not gonna shoot you." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Okay.
Like, I'm like, that could be an entire bomb for all you know, and you're still like, "Can you give me an answer?" And Paul's just like, and they're like,
click, 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 click. But Roman just has to come in and save him the day.
Yeah.
All right.
I do like the stunt the stunt people try to do in GTA back in the 2000s, where it's like, can I
Where
make
you land a car on a yacht?
Yeah, like back when the GTA protagonist would just instantly drown when you land in water. You're like,
Yeah.
that makes no sense. You live in an island surrounded by water, but okay. Won't question game mechanics here. Yeah, it's a cool stunt, and like they get the bad guy at the end of the day. At the end of the day, and they're free by the FBI, and you're like, oh, cool. I guess it has a nice, clean ending. Like, it's weird seeing how all this starts with Fast and Furious. You're like, how the fuck did we get from here to whatever the fuck 10 is?
You know what is so weird is that I'm not feeling it. Yeah, like of all the like, I love Fast and Furious too. But it is like probably my least favorite one.
Yeah.
And it's in my opinion the forgettable one. Like, I don't know if you knew about this, but like before this movie came out, they had a promo where they show Brian, like you see how he got to Florida.
Hmm.
You know, so he drove from LA all the way to Florida. While he was doing that, he was like beating other people. Like he was racing people. He would get a new car. He would get a pink slip. He would sell the car. That's how he got money, and then bought a new car. And then this is how you saw how he got the R34.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, fuck. Why couldn't we have just gotten a movie of this?
Instead of whatever this is.
Yeah, because I was just like, this would have been a more interesting movie in my opinion, where you just see Brian O'Connor go cross country but beating every single race car driver on the way to Florida. I was like, this shit was sick. And the start of the movie as well, where he's like, hey, you got 4 minutes or 3 minutes to get here, and he gets there as fast as he could.
Yeah.
And it was just a vibe. I was like, I like this. But once all the whole undercover Miami Vice shit happened, I was just like, not feeling it.
Yeah.
The vibe was kind of gone.
Yeah, you're like, I think this is just a sequel to just to make money. Like, we need a sequel to Fast and Furious. You're like, why? Because the first one did so well. You're like, oh, okay, sure.
We need money for the third one. Trust me, it'll be a banger.
Exactly. But what would you rate Too Fast, Too Furious?
I'll rate Too Fast, Too Furious like it's still a good movie. Like the vibe is there at the start of the movie, and I love how they did the promo. I love Paul Walker as Brian O'Connor. But I will say this is the most forgettable one, and I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. Tyrese Gibson did a good job, but his character was not consistent.
Yeah.
Like the next time we see him, he's like this bumbling fool. Kind of like, all right, he's the comic relief. I get it.
Yeah.
The most recognizable car that they had was only at the start of the movie, and they impounded it. And I'm like, okay. So they gave him this lime green Evo, and I was like, that was like my least favorite Evo from this entire like franchise. I was like, nah, I'm not liking the color. Like Evo 7s, but not that one. Sorry. But other than that, villain was forgettable. Love interest was forgettable. Sure, they had good chemistry, but it was like, eh.
Yeah. She doesn't come back anyway, too, right?
She does. Sixth movie.
I'm forgetting all the Fast and Furious, man. There are like 10 of them at this point.
Weak.
Excuse me.
Weak.
Excuse me.
Get fast.
Excuse me.
Get furious.
Can you name me the villain of 6?
Luda. Sorry.
Can you name me the villain of 6? Because I can remember that at least.
His name was something Shaw. He was the brother of
not the character,
Deckard
the actor.
Shaw. It was Deckard Shaw.
No, not the actor.
There.
Not the character,
Oh.
the actor. Definitely wasn't Jason Statham.
He was a vampire guy.
Yeah, he is Luke Evans.
Yeah, Luke Evans. So you know him.
Yeah, I know him. Did you know that?
I knew he was Luke Evans.
God damn it. Well, anyway, your score?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Anyway.
Yeah, he's the one with like the F1 car that was like a ramp. That shit was sick.
Oh yeah, I just remember his tank in F6.
Yeah. It was like, or like Tyrese Gibson being like, "That ain't a plane, that's a planet." I'm like, "Alright, cool, funny, haha." Gal Gadot dies. I'm like, okay.
Ratchet's
Yeah.
in this franchise too.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a 6.5 out of 10. Not that great, not that bad. Same time, this is the most forgettable Fast and Furious, in my opinion.
I'll give this a 6. It suffers from what the first Mission Impossible suffers from, or like it's not as grand or big as the other brothers and sisters, but like it's perfectly serviceable. Bad guys forgettable. Love interest forgettable, even though she apparently comes back in 6, which I can't remember for the life of me. And like the only things I like here were the racing scenes, especially when it was Rowan and Brian versus the two drug cartel members for the cars. They have to circle back. That's about it. Other than that, forgettable, unfortunately. To the audience watching, who is your favorite addition to this ever-growing franchise as we go down? A countdown to F1. Is it Gal Gadot? Is it Sue Gang? Is it Natalie Emmanuel? Is it the fucking Rock? Or Jason Statham?
Is it Brad Pitt?
Huh?
No, never mind. Sorry.
What? I was like, no, I know you're bullshitting me now, because I'm like, I don't remember Brad Pitt anywhere.
I was like, will we fall for it?
No. Like, that's too big of a stretch. I'm like, Brad Pitt's too big of an actor to be in Fast and Furious. It's like, you know what? No.
Helen Mirren is in the Fast and Furious.
That is true. But Brad Pitt was like, you know what? I'll be in Deadpool 2 for a tiny bit. Then be Fast and Furious. Right? Fuck, forget Helen Mirren's in this. Jesus Christ. John Cena's in this too, right?
Yeah, he's the brother of Dom.
Sure. Why not?
Sure. Yeah, and like the kid from Peaky Blinders, like little, what's his name, Johnny or something?
Oh, Michael? Yeah, he's...
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah,
he's younger John Cena.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, from Peaky Blinders to Fast and Furious. I hope it just goes up from here, dude. Anyway, yeah, that's been our video for Too Fast, Too Furious. What other creative titles can you think of before we end this video? Anyway, to the audience watching, I mean. But yeah, if you like what you see here, please leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok to see our best and funniest moments. Spotify to hear us on the go. And the Virium JoJo's voices on TikTok and Andrew on Matterbox. Where can they find you?
Oh, you can find me at JohnGM_ on Instagram. It is my account.
And until the next one, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.